Thank you for tuning in and welcome back to the channel. My name is Redux. You're going to be seeing some background footage of me playing a Diablo 1 plus Hellfire, sadly. It does require it, but regardless, it's a Diablo 1 mod called the Hell 2. Now, I have played the Hell 1 years and years ago, and man, that game was just an absolute blast to play. It was a semi-full overhaul of the original Diablo 1, and I came back to check, to my surprise, that there was a Hell 2, even more expounded upon, even more in-depth, more classes, more characters, more items, brand new gameplay, man. It's just been an absolute joy and an absolute pleasure to revisit this old game. Now, I have been jonesing for some Diablo 1 recently, and probably because I have just recently started creating a Diablo 1 mod in Grim Dawn. Actually, I will leave a link to that video in the description below if you guys want to check that out and give us some support. I would really appreciate that. So as you can tell, my character is basically a reversion of a warrior. He uses a big two-handed axe and goes smashy and rages on people. Quite an enjoyable class, but I have reached the end point with this character, and I'm going to be re-rolling, and I'll explain why coming up here in just a little bit, into what class I'm actually going to be re-rolling in for my second playthrough of the game. Now, as you can tell, I am just basically chopping through the little minion guys. I take a quick save here. Pro tip, save a lot in this game because traps are very deadly in chests. And if you haven't saved in a while, getting murked by a trap is very possible, and losing all that time and progress sucks ass, I'll tell you what. So you can tell the little lighted square is lighting up, and in comes frame Diablo. I didn't even realize the dude had spawned up until I'd actually rounded that corner. If anyone has played the original Diablo 1 knows that you actually have to go through and basically release him by killing a couple of these sub-bosses in these other areas and pulling some levers, and then he opens up the door. I didn't realize he was just kind of there. I didn't even see that he had spawned yet, so I rounded the corner there. I'm trying to kill as many of these mages as I can because Diablo, if anyone has fought him before, has a very high stun threshold where you don't stun him and he stuns you a lot. So he can chain stun the shit out of you, and getting blasted by these mages, even though I have capped fire resistance while trying to fight Diablo himself, it makes it a little bit more challenging. So I'm putting some potions here on my hotbar to basically prevent myself from getting just insta-gibbed or chain comboed trying to click them out of my inventory. And as you can see here, I'm having a little bit of challenge trying to actually target this other mage. Mages in this game absolutely suck for melee and even ranged classes because they teleport away, as you can see there. Even though he was there for like 3 or 4 seconds as I was swinging, doesn't get hit. So I eventually take him down, and this is actually where Diablo 1 kind of comes to an end. It's me versus Diablo, man. Mano y mano. So as you can tell, he's beating my ass pretty handedly. I thought I was actually not going to be able to make it through here. So I run away a little bit, put the remaining potions I had on my toolbar, and basically stand my ground and hopefully I can take him out, man. It's pretty much him or me at this point. I have no potions left. I can't go back to town, and we are just chopping away. So as you can tell, I'm doing quite a bit of damage to him, but he is also kicking my ass handedly back in return. He is no slouch himself. I'm burning through potions, kind of hit the oh shit button, hit the last potion there, and you know, here we go, boys. That's it, and boom! Diablo down. Feels good, man. Actually feels good. And there is more after this, but I figured, you know, this would be a good ending point for this character, so why don't we just transition over into explaining my ideas for my new character. So this is the new character I'm going to be making. As you can tell, this is actually my old character, Drydick. Shout out to the guy who usually makes my thumbnails, Kodo. The SUCC is just kind of an inside joke. He doesn't actually suck. He's actually a really nice guy. I really appreciate all he does for me. So let's go into the character creation, actually, to give you guys a really quick idea of what this game has to offer for anyone who wants to check it out. So this has 6 subclasses: Warrior, Archer, Mage, Monk, Rogue, Savage. Each one has different subclasses built into them. Some even have a tertiary class, each with different gear, weapons, and perk system points that are unique to each class, which I'll explain here once I actually make the character itself. I'm going to be playing a Savage. I originally played a Berserker. I'm going to be actually playing an Executioner this time, so let's go ahead and do Sham. Wow. Okay. So, new character. Let's go over to Tristram here. Alright, so, Executioner. Base class of the Savage, so he uses the same two-handed axe as the Berserker. Has the highest starting life in the game, I do believe. And the reason I wanted to make this guy over the Berserker is some specific perk points that you get that I'll go over here so you guys can understand my thought process. So the perk system in this game is basically the one ripped directly from Fallout, which honestly I don't have a problem with. I think the perk system in Fallout franchise is absolutely fantastic, and it pairs very well with this game. And as you can tell, there's quite a lot of points, but for now, let's go over the base of why I wanted to make this guy. So the thing that I always ran into the Berserker towards the later parts of the game, because there are a couple zones after you kill Diablo, things start hitting so hard that you're just blowing through potions like a madman. And gold is technically finite in this in Diablo 1, because once you kill the monsters in the level, they're not going to be spawning anymore. So you do have an ultimate end state of how much gold you have per playthrough, and I was end up starting getting closer and closer to that point where I was running out of potions and I couldn't survive, and then I couldn't progress to get more gold. So I kind of got stuck in this endless loop of not having enough stuff to do or enough gold to buy potions to actually advance to get more. So I killed Diablo with him, as you saw a little bit earlier in the video, and I wanted to reroll specifically to this guy for his ability to be a vitality leech / regen tank, excuse me. I feel like in the areas past hell, it's going to be imperative that I have some sort of combat and out of combat regen to help alleviate some of the gold spent on potions. So as you can read here, Lifesteal Effectiveness as well as maximum life stolen per hit gets increased by 10. So any life leech that you have gets boosted by quite a bit. I believe he has the highest blood surge count in the game of any class, so he is a very good life leech candidate. Moving up to this one, the resistance damage from arrows. Really, typically, melee isn't the big problem for these characters. It's a lot of the times when you get in melee combat, there's going to be a ton of range monsters nailing you from the distance, and having resistance to arrows combined with life leech and the life regen this character has, I feel like I'll be able to survive much easier in the late game without having to rely so heavily on potions. So his fortitude stat and endurance stat, I believe, is the highest of any character in the game. Specifically, this fortitude one is basically the whole reason I wanted to make the character, is because you can get stuff that will give you flat life regen and life regen percentage, which all scale each other. So if you get more of one, the more effective the other stat becomes. And I basically am trying to make this guy as tanky as possible through massive amounts of flat HP in combat and out of combat life regen and life leech, basically. So he's going to be a super tank, and I'm expecting this guy to be actually a tremendously effective character moving on into the higher difficulties, because if something comes up and just, smashes me, I'll be able to run away for like 4 or 5 seconds, regen all that HP back, and just slowly whittle him down, versus just having to stay in there and just chug a bunch of potions like I was before. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. If you liked it, go ahead and give it a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be back soon-ish with more videos of this and my Diablo 1 mod that I'm making in Grim Dawn. Link down below. Because I am currently on quarantine myself, and it is an indeterminate amount of time until I can go back to work. So I'm going to be hopefully putting out more and more YouTube videos, so keep an eye out for that. Thank you again, guys. I really appreciate it. Enjoy your night. Bye-bye.